Economic might, like military might, is part of a country's hard power, and India is working to strengthen both. India has more hard power today than ever before. But what about soft power? That too is on the rise. In fact, India's soft power story is an amazing one. But before I tell you that story, let me show you some images from the city of Ahmedabad today. It's the capital of Gujarat, Prime Minister Modi's home state. Take a look at this. You can see Indian Prime Minister Modi with his Australian counterpart Anthony Albanese. They are waving to cheering crowds at the Motera Stadium, now called the Narendra Modi Stadium. India is leading the 4-match test series 2-1. The Australian Prime Minister is visiting India and celebrating 75 years of cricket friendship. This is being called cricket diplomacy. Just before this, the headline spoke of Holi diplomacy, again featuring the Australian Prime Minister. Yesterday, the US Secretary of Commerce was seen dancing with India's Defence Minister. In another event, diplomats from various missions were seen shaking a leg at the Holi party of Meenakshi Lekhi. She is the Junior Minister for External Affairs. What do these images tell you? This is much more than song and dance. This is world leaders celebrating Indian culture. This is diplomacy and a testament to India's rising soft power. When India became independent, it only had soft power, no military. Indians were seen as a people who ousted the mighty British on the strength of their moral force. India used the richness of its culture to compensate for its hard power deficiencies. It became a crusader against imperial forces, an opponent of war, and a spokesperson of other post-colonial countries. In the post-Nehru era, India tried to acquire hard power. With the nuclear test of 1974 and the imposition of emergency in 1975, India lost the moral high ground taken by Gandhi. By 1998, when India declared itself a nuclear state, its soft power had eroded significantly. But today's India is different. Today's India is not ready to trade one form of power for another. India's hard power has grown along with its soft power. India is among the fastest growing economies in the world's biggest arms importer, with a space mission to the moon and Mars. At the same time, India is a vocal champion of the global south. It is calling for United Nations reform, contributing to peacekeeping missions, exporting wheat to the world, providing vaccines and medicines. Today's India is confident about its identity and place in the world. It can draw from its civilizational richness and promote yoga and Ayurveda. It can also flex its military muscle and conduct surgical strikes in Pakistan. And the cherry on the cake, India dominates the originally British sport of cricket. It is central. India is central to the global cricket economy. The Indian board, BCCI, is the richest cricket board in the world by a mile. The net worth of the International Cricket Council, the governing body of cricket, is said to be a little over $2.5 billion. Compare this with the net worth of just the BCCI, $2.25 billion. The next richest cricket board is Australia. It's worth $70 million. You see the gap. If the Indian Cricket Board is doing well, our players are doing even better. Indian players hold some of the top records in the world. Sachin Tendulkar holds the records for the most international matches, maximum career runs, maximum number of centuries. Who can forget his 100 hundreds? Our current captain, Rohit Sharma, holds the record for the highest individual ODI score. His predecessor, Virat Kohli, has a few accolades to his name as well. He has the most runs in T20 internationals. Kohli also holds the record for scoring the maximum runs in a single IPL season. IPL is the Indian Premier League. It is the most watched format of the sport. In the entire history of cricket, only 3 bowlers have bagged all the wickets in an innings. One of them is India's former captain and coach, Anil Kumble, who sent the entire Pakistani team packing in 1999. India is the undisputed cricket superpower, and these images are proof. It's not a coincidence that world leaders are making a beeline to India. This year is going to be packed with diplomatic events and high-profile visits. It will mean a lot of work, but also reason to celebrate. We're wrapping up with these images of the Indian cricket team celebrating Holi.